What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is episode 165. Why did I say that weird? What's going on,
You
everybody?
did. Welcome back to another episode of.
Jeez, man. It's not like it's been a week. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. This is Nick. Leave it off. I can't even do it anymore.
Let me do it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Game with the Bros Cast. I'm Nick, joined by my brother Harrison, as always. How was that?
That was perfect, Nick. We'll just throw it all together and keep it in there. Yeah, episode 165. I don't know why I'm stumbling over the intro. It's not like we've not done it 165 plus other times, but here we are.
Yeah, it happens.
But yeah, we got a lot to talk about this week. Nick, have you played anything other than Resident Evil? Is that what you've been playing all this week?
No, although I did just briefly, I did download the Resident Evil 3 demo on the Nintendo Switch just to try it out because it's the cloud demo.
The cloud demo. Okay, I was wondering.
So I it lets you play for like 10 minutes. So I downloaded the demo and it kind of puts you a little bit into the game. It ran surprisingly okay.
Okay.
I wouldn't consider picking it up, but if someone just has a Switch and really wants to play the Resident Evil franchise, and you have a really good or pretty good internet connection, I think this game could run okay.
Did you try it over Wi-Fi or did you do Ethernet?
I did Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I just did handheld.
Okay.
It was not perfect. There was like a little bit of stuttering, but it was pretty good. I mean, for what it's worth. So if you, I think 2, 3, 7, and Village, all on the eShop, and they're all on sale right now, which is why I saw it. And it's like, wonder how they run.
I wonder if we get whenever we get the next Switch, if they'll do like a compilation pack or something, or just re-release them physical per game or whatever.
I feel like they could do a 2 and 3 pack and then a 7 and 8.
7 and 8, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Together, yeah.
But before we dive into more Resident Evil, as we both are on our professional runs, Nick, how was your week?
It was good. It was good, man.
Good.
Weather was pretty great this weekend. So
yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so I got some skateboarding in, did some gardening.
Nice.
We did our raised bed. We built it last weekend, but we didn't put the soil in because it was kind of rainy that week. So we put all the soil in, mixed it all together, planted some stuff in there, and then now we wait. Now we just water and wait. So kind of exciting.
Water and wait. Yeah.
We bought like a pre-grown or like a starter broccolini. So that's the only thing that's like growing in there right now. And then we have a couple of seeds that we put in. So we're just waiting for those to sprout. But yeah.
Pro tip, if your stuff doesn't grow, just buy it from the store and start from there. We've done that a couple times where we just could not get something to grow. So we just bought it from, which sucks because you want it to be completely pesticide free and all that stuff. Yeah. But I mean, if it's something that you guys really want, or like that you can't grow, just pick it up from the store.
Is there anything in particular that you struggled with that you can remember?
No. I mean, we got some pretty good squash and zucchini out of our plants. We planted jalapenos, so we got a ton of jalapenos. I feel like we couldn't get potatoes to grow, but those are a little bit tricky. And what else did we try? I think we tried peppers and maybe had a struggle with them, but everything else. And then we tried growing watermelon and pumpkins, but that, I don't know, we couldn't.
Didn't take.
I think we grew like one watermelon, but it got like the size of maybe a baseball before it passed away.
Sad.
So it is what it is. But yeah, it's still fun. It's still, again, like we talked about last week, just nothing better than eating a fresh cucumber or a fresh tomato or something like that.
Yeah, hopefully we can get to that point.
Yeah, but I think you can.
Yeah.
Got some green thumbs.
I got some, I don't know, man. Mine's pretty red. Blood red.
Been falling a lot on your skateboard?
I did have a very close nut encounter.
Oh gosh.
It did make contact, and for a second I thought I ripped my balls.
Oh, God. I feel like that's happened to you before, where you've been like just on the cusp of total annihilation of the sack.
Yeah. This one felt a little bit targeted. Like it's like basically I was going for a blunt slide on a rail. I landed in a board slide on accident, and the way I landed, it was almost like a catapult where like one foot slipped off the board and it catapulted the board up underneath me, and the tip of the board just kind of like grazed my region. So like I sat down for a minute, and then I thought about like continuing skateboarding because I was at the skate park, and I was like, I really need to go to the car and just check it out.
Do a little one over.
Just a little one over.
Oh gosh,
all was good.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah, but that's the only major. Well, that's not a major injury, but that's the only injury.
Close call. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. But how are you doing? How's your week?
It's been a crazy one, man.
Yeah, you've had a lot going on.
Yeah, between my daughter Kaylee, she broke her elbow, track practice, like tore up the side of her leg real bad. So we went to the emergency room that night, which I mean I guess maybe because she's a child that they got her in like super quick. Like we were in and out in under 2 hours, and we were seen within 5 minutes, so that was good. And again, I think it was probably just because she was a kid, is why they got her in there so quick. And then plus all the other people were looking like they were on some drugs or something, nodding off, stuff like that. So that's probably why they weren't seen as quickly. But glad that we got in super quick. She broke it technically, but it's more of like a fracture, maybe like a hairline fracture or something like that. Because she's already out of they bandaged her up, gave her a splint, and she's already out of that. She's just free arm now, I guess, and she has to use her sling when she's like at school and out and about. But so she's now just got to work on like stretching her arm out so it doesn't fuse like at an angle. She has to work on stretching it out. So that's what she's doing now. And then Friday, or was it Thursday or Friday? Friday, I think. We finally took Kellen to the doctor, and he had a double ear infection and like a minor case of bronchitis. So they got him on amoxicillin, prednisone. He's got a little inhaler that he has to use when he needs it. And it's got like a little adapter piece to it. So you stick the inhaler into it, and then you press it down, and it kind of fills up. And then he sucks in. So he has like a little adapter piece he sucks in, and then he has to like hold it for like 5 to 10 seconds. So he's doing pretty good with it, but just a lot of medication. And then this morning I woke up not feeling super hot. Yeah.
What is it this time?
I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I felt just extra groggy. Like I woke up at some point last night, and like I could feel like a little bit of a twang going on my throat. And I was like, are you freaking serious? And then I got like some cold chills. And then when I woke up this morning, when I took Kellen to school, I don't know, my body was just really achy. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on over here. We're struggle busting real hard. So I took some Dayquil earlier. I'm gonna pop a NyQuil tonight and get to bed. Yeah, really relatively early, and just hope for the best. But other than that, just playing a lot of Resident Evil, which is a good thing.
That's the silver lining here. Is we're in Resident Evil territory. It's good.
Well, let's talk about it. I mean, we're both on our professional run. Nick, have you finished yours? I know you were ahead of mine.
I just entered chapter 14.
Okay.
So I'm through. I got through the first chapter of the island.
Okay.
And boy, I hit a point about halfway through that chapter where I had nothing but handgun ammo, and I was like, "What am I gonna do?"
Yeah, I hit a point like that about halfway through the castle before you take over as Ashley. that I was, yeah, like that little arena where you fight all the when you go get the lion's head, I think one of the heads, and you have to jump down into the little arena and you have to fight off like 6 or 7 of those knights.
Oh, the knights, yeah.
I struggled. I died a few times on that part, just because I didn't have a ton of ammo. But
did you do the skip in the other room?
No, I did not see that until after I did it.
Oh man,
but dude, there's so many like really cool skips in this game.
Yeah,
like,
there's a ton.
Throwing the 2 golden eggs at Ramon, like it kills him. I did the one because I did the side mission. And
you go to his throne room.
Yeah, and there were so many parts in this game that I didn't realize you can go back to, or just didn't. I know I could have gotten the side thing, but like, yeah, there was a lot of spots that I didn't realize you can go back to from different angles, and there was a couple spots where I thought I could later on, but I couldn't. So like I couldn't get like the 100% like treasure on the castle and the village so far, which was kind of a bummer, but
yeah, is that what you were going for?
I tried. There was a point in the village where I couldn't go back for whatever reason. And then there was when you're playing as Ashley and you have to go down into the basement, and those knights come after you. I missed a spot where you have to unlock a chest with her with the keys. I didn't see it, so I couldn't go back down as Leon.
Dang.
Like,
yeah,
so
because it's it gets blocked off.
Yeah, which
knights.
Yeah, which sucks. I thought you could just like throw a grenade or something and kill them, but they're I guess permanent, whatever. But
so I'm guessing you fought that knight that was down there.
I did, yeah, I did go back and I did go back and beat him. So that was fun. So yeah, I mean it's I don't want to say it's difficult necessarily. It does. I mean, I am using, I guess, more ammo, or maybe the ammo is less scarce. I'm not really sure. But yeah, the checkpoints is. I feel like that's just kind of I don't know. I feel like they should have just kept it in and made the game harder, like even harder on professional. Like having the checkpoints was nice. Like it was kind of a pain, especially in the part where you meet the bugs for the first time. Because I beat them, and then I immediately went and fought the 2...
The Gyarados.
Yeah, and I died the first time. Then I had to do the whole thing over again. And I was like, man, this is really annoying. So I beat him again, and then I went back and saved. So there's just a lot of like running back and forth that just doesn't really seem like it necessary, but obviously it is, so you don't have to redo everything. But I mean, other than that, I really haven't struggled on most of the spots. There's been a couple spots that have been challenging, but
yeah, I learned pretty quickly that after I clear an area, just to go back and save.
Yeah.
Like even with the clock tower, once I got to the point where I could get on the lift to go up, you have to like fight your way up and fight or at least destroy the Salazar statue and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right before I stepped on the lift,
I didn't know you could destroy that.
Yeah, a big help in professional mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, right before I stepped on the lift, even though I didn't die when I actually went and did it, I went all the way back down and saved because I was like, I don't want to go through this entire thing again.
Mm-hmm.
And then, there were a few moments that were pretty difficult. Mainly the area right before you fight the 2 ogres, or the two giants.
Yeah.
Where you have to get the dynamite essentially. And there are those two people with chainsaws.
Oh yeah. See, in the regular game, in like the normal, are there 2 chainsaw people? I don't think there was.
I thought there was just one.
There was. Okay.
But then I went upstairs and you see the second one coming out. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, so I didn't see it. Like I was running around picking up some ammo and stuff, and all of a sudden I just like happened to turn behind me and she's running after me, and I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
Yeah. So I just ran through it. I like switched the gate, went up to the top of the stairs, held them off for as long as I could, and then just ran and got the dynamite.
Okay. See, I did that part on my first try. Like I didn't really struggle at that part, but I started. I think about halfway through the game, because I'm about 12 or so hours in. I just hit chapter 13. Like I'm getting ready to. I beat Ramon, then I'm getting ready to get onto the island. Mm-hmm. I sold my sniper rifle and bought the Stingray because I was looking at what the best like different weapons are, and I sold the shotgun. No, I didn't sell the shotgun. What else did I get rid of?
Did you get rid of your Magnum?
No, I've got the Killer 7. I already had the Killer 7.
Yeah, that's what I got this round.
What else? I mean, maybe it was just the Stingray that I did.
The TMP? Did you?
No, I've got
the TMP.
No, yeah, I've got. Well, I had it, but I've got the LE whatever it is, LE5, LE7. Yeah. So I've got that. So I think I might switch out for the Red 9 because I know that's the best handgun there is.
Okay, I'm kind of regretting it because I sold the Red 9 and I got the Blacktail and fully upgraded that one. But I feel it's good.
Yeah, it's I looked it up and yeah, it says the Red 9 is the best. As long as you have the stock on it, I think it's the best one. But have you gotten the Infinite Rocket Launcher yet?
No, I still don't have enough money, and even if I sold all of my weapons, I wouldn't have enough. Yeah,
I realized that I was holding on to all the gems and all the jewelry and stuff. And then I finally got to a point where I was like, well, let me see what if I do the correct combination of gemstones, like what it will get me. And I think it got me. I think I would have, if I would have sold everything and my guns, I think it would have gotten me like 1,300 or 1,300,000. And I think with a discount for one of the charms, it's like 1,400,000. So it still wasn't even enough.
So you have the charm that gets you
I do, yeah.
A discount on all weapons, or is it just a discount on the rocket?
It's a 20% discount for rockets. So I use because when I went through again and fought is it Verduso?
Yeah, screw that guy, by the way.
I just bought a temporary, or I bought a one-shot rocket launcher on sale and just used it. And
it was a one shot.
One shot, yeah. I went into the room. Because the first time I fought him on my original playthrough, I used like so much ammo, and then on the second try, on professional, I ran through, did the parts where you dodge him, and then when he comes running after you, I ran to the shower and turned it on, and it froze him, and then I shot him with the rocket launcher, and it was over. I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, I did struggle a lot on that part, and I laid like 12 Magnum shots into him while he was frozen. Yeah. And then exhausted most of the rest of my ammo. And it still didn't kill him. And I tried that like probably 8 times. And then by the grace of God, I got to a certain point where he was kind of like locked into a position of swiping at me with his tail. Because I was like standing right by one of the freeze tanks, essentially. So he kept getting in this pattern of just trying to get me with his tail. So I just had to hit evade every few seconds, and he didn't actually show up. So I kind of cheesed it a little bit, which annoys me because I haven't killed him yet. Like I didn't kill him in my first playthrough, and I didn't kill him this time. So next time I'm gonna get that guy. Yeah. I'm gonna plan assisted. I'm gonna do a 6-hour run.
Yeah, I knew it was that. I mean, I knew I was coming up in that spot, so I was like, you know what? Yeah. I was like, I've got a lot of money. Let me just, because I know the thing that he drops is like worth 30,000. What is it? Pesadas? Is that what it's called? It's not pesos. It's like it's pesadas, something like that. So I was like, I don't want to waste, because I remember I wasted so much. Well, not wasted, but I went through so much ammo on him the first try. Like I used like 6 or 7 Magnum shots and then pretty much everything I had. And I was like, let me just try the rocket and see if it actually does it in one hit. And sure enough, it did. So that was awesome.
Man, yeah, that's a tough like couple of sections, because you do that bug area, which sucks. I feel like it sucks worse in professional though, because there's more of them.
Yeah, it's not like super, like they're pretty easy to take down even professional, but there's just so many. And
it just exhausts all of your ammo.
Yeah, like I pretty much used all my pistol ammo. But yeah,
that and the double Garroter. That one wasn't as bad this time.
No, I didn't
just use mines.
Yeah, I just used mines, and I shot the bells or whatever to have them run over. So yeah, it was pretty easy.
Where were the bells in professional? Because they weren't in the same spot.
there was, I know there was, I didn't use like all four of them, but there was the one like right when you come up the stairs, there's the one to the right. There's that one right there. That's the one I used towards the end of the fight.
Okay.
I just shot it and they both ran over there and I threw some grenades at them and my mines and stuff. But yeah, I didn't struggle as hard on that one that time around versus the original, but I also had a lot of upgraded stuff too. So
yeah, and I'm saving a grenade or two for the turret in the section where Mike, the helicopter guy, comes up and you have to take out that turret. If you just throw a grenade up there at the beginning, you don't have to go all the way up to the top.
Oh, okay.
Take it down from there. You can just skip that section.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
that's good to know.
Yeah, a lot of good skips.
Yeah, a lot of really cool skips. Even like the beginning one, like when you're in the village, if you get the sniper rifle, you can shoot the bell and make them go in early. So yeah, a lot of really cool skips and a lot of weird ones like using the sniper rifle, looking at the ground, reloading your save, and then you're behind the door. Like it's weird, but really cool.
Yeah, and then you can throw a grenade at the wall in the
in
the wrecking ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that for sure. I know that's gonna be pretty difficult on professional. Have you done that yet?
No. Okay. I did do the regenerators. Okay. And they weren't too bad with having the biometric scope at the beginning because I could just kill the two of them at first. Even though the aim, I feel like the aiming is a little bit wonky. Like you have to you have to be so precise.
You do, yeah.
And I was trying to do it with the submachine gun, and I just couldn't get it. So I switched to a sniper.
Yeah,
and did it that way. But yeah, the only hard part there, because like you could always go back to the merchant and save. The only hard part was at the end when you have to get the third level, and you have to get the wrench from one of the regenerators, and then you have to fight off the horde.
Yeah,
and they break all the glass. So what I did was I killed the regenerator first and got the wrench, went back up and saved, and then came back down and then initiated the sequence. So,
I mean, I guess you could always, if you've got enough ammo, you could always just kill all the regenerators and then kill, and then do
take them out one by one.
Yeah. Because that happened to me the first go around. I was like, oh, they're in the glass, and then the guy came out and I threw a grenade and it shattered. I was like, oh my god. And then I saw the wrench in there, and then I think I killed him, but then one of the other guys like swung and hit the other glass. I was like, all right, this is a lot.
Yeah, this is too much at once.
But yeah, I mean, it's fun. I feel like my playthrough this round is gonna be even longer just because I'm going back and doing all the side stuff that I didn't do the first go around. So I don't know if I'm gonna play through it again immediately. I might take a break, but we'll see. Yeah. But I really want the infinite rocket launcher though. But
I'm almost wishing I would have played through either on assisted or on hardcore first and gone for like a 100% treasure run, because then I would have had a ton of money to buy the infinite rocket launcher for the professional mode run, and maybe I could have done that quicker and gotten a better ranking. I don't know what you get for just plain out flat out beating it on professional. I don't know if there's a
I think you get the Tommy gun, right? And then I think if you beat it on professional without New Game Plus, I think that's when you get the hand cannon. But I could be wrong. But I don't think anything is stronger than the infinite rocket launcher.
Well, if you have a giant horde, like if you have a bunch of enemies coming at you.
Yeah, I mean, you would also have. I mean, if you've got all your other weapons too, that helps.
Yeah. Wait, let me see what you can unlock.
Yeah, because I actually haven't even looked at it. I just know they did have stuff.
I want to know what I'm working towards. I think if you get S+ professional, you get cat ears.
Okay.
Leon.
Do they do anything?
I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So to get the Chicago Sweeper, which is the Tommy gun, you have to finish the game on professional with an A rank, which means beat it in under 7 hours.
Okay.
To get the hand cannon, complete a new game in the main story on professional without using bonus weapons.
Hmm.
So I don't know if there is an unlock. Oh, you get the suit of armor, I guess, for Ashley, so she can't be picked up.
Okay.
You can get
that's
that
cool.
from hardcore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You get more cosmetic stuff.
Yeah, cat ears, gas mask, wolf tail. Oh, they have stats too. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cat ears give you infinite ammo.
Infinite ammo
for non-RPG weapons.
That's pretty cool. Wow.
Yeah. That's hard though. Professional mode with an S+ rank. It's like under 5.5 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy.
If you have the infinite launcher.
Yeah, infinite launcher, and maybe do some of those quick skips or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think we've exhausted RE4 at the moment. Yeah, still a great game. Still, I think it's definitely a game of the year contender for sure. Top 5 at least for sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what Zelda does, but right now I think that's probably my game of the year. I think.
More so than Dead Space.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it, but I feel like Resident Evil, you just get more cool stuff for beating it, versus like Dead Space, like you don't really get anything for beating it. I mean, you got a cool like suit and stuff that had more inventory, but man, I know if you beat it like on like what insane mode or whatever it is, you get the gun. But I think it's the note you can't die at all, which is I don't even attempt that stuff.
Oh yeah, that's a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. Top of the week here. We're starting that back up. Nick, Mario movie comes out in 2 days.
Yes, sir.
Are you and Alicia going to go see that this week?
We're going to see it Wednesday at 6 p.m.
Nice. Okay. Sweet.
I got the tickets today.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You guys are seeing it Friday, right?
Well, I don't know because I'll have to see what Brittany wants to do because we thought Kaylee had a track meet Wednesday, but she doesn't. We'll probably see it Friday. Let me pull my microphone back up. But Kellen is still like not interested in seeing this movie. Like he hates movies or the idea of movies. I just don't know why. Like I think once we get there and we get like the popcorn and we get, because I told him I'm getting like the special bucket, assuming they've got one. Like I'll do all that, and I think once we get there, I think he'll be fine. And once the movie starts, because we're gonna bring his head, like the only other movie he's seen is, well, you know, I think he saw Toy Story, maybe.
Toy Story 4.
4. Maybe. I can't remember. That may have been his first one, but we just recently saw Sonic 2. But we forgot like his little earmuffs, so the movie was like pretty loud for him. But even prior to that, he just doesn't like the idea of movies. I guess it's just they're too long, and YouTube is like completely content. Yeah, it completely killed his like enthusiasm for like long stuff. Because even if we were at home and we mentioned, hey, you want to watch a movie or something like that, he's like, no, I hate movies, blah blah blah.
But even though it's Mario,
that's what I was like, man, like Mario. I was like, yeah, he just has no interest. Like he even said something on Sunday. He's like, I really don't want Easter to be next week because Easter means it's the Mario movie and I don't want to see it. And he brought it up like 3 times. Like, it's like, I don't want to go see it. I'm like,
does he know it's just an hour and a half?
That's why I told him. I was like, you've watched YouTube videos that are longer than that are considered movies, quote unquote, that are longer than them. I was like, it's just 90 minutes.
I feel like once he gets there, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, I think once he gets there, it'll be fine. But yeah,
man. I
was like, man, it's a Mario movie. Like, I thought he would just be so hyped up for it, but he is just not.
Is he out of his Mario phase?
No, he still like plays Mario here and there, but he's actually really into Among Us right now. He's been playing a ton of that, which is funny because, well, he doesn't. I mean, he knows, like, you know, he knows when you're the imposter and stuff, and he knows how to do all the tasks and stuff to play.
Yeah.
But he plays on the Switch, so there's no voice chat. There is text, but he just kind of rolls with it, and he'll just vote random people. He's like, oh, it's red. Red is sus.
Oh God.
Yeah. So that's been fun. But it was on April Fools. They changed Among Us to where they call it like the horse mod or something, where they're all like on fours. And he came upstairs crying, and I was like, what's wrong, buddy? He's like, Among Us is acting weird. And I was like, I mean, are you watching like a weird video? He's like, no, the game. And I was like, oh, I looked up like the notes or whatever. And I was like, oh no, this is just a mod. It's just like a funny mod for April Fools. Like it's a prank. And he's like, I don't like this. And he turned it off and he booted it up today earlier. And he's like, it's gone. I was like, okay.
Does he know the concept of April Fool's Day?
I mean, yeah, but I guess he just didn't expect. And he watches all these Among Us mod videos where where it's like a ton of different mods.
Yeah.
But he just didn't like his game to be modded, so I don't know.
Funny guy.
So yeah, I want to get the tickets, but then also I don't want to turn it into like a big deal and him just like being pissed off the entire time. But I'm hoping once we get there, like it'll be fine, because I want to see it. I want to see it really bad, but
yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, I mean it's projected to like do like 200+ million
in the opening weekend.
Which I mean, I guess they're if it's opening Wednesday, it's they count that too. So, but yeah, it's gonna be huge. Well, I mean, it's gonna be a huge movie.
Yeah, so. I think it'll be $1 billion. I think it'll be
for sure
$1 billion movie. Which, I mean, that's expected for the first animated Mario movie. Like that's crazy that this is happening.
Yeah, we'll have our thoughts about it next week. Nick, do you want to go ahead and swap over real quick?
Yep. Okay. I did see John Wick 4.
Oh, did you? See, I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies. I need to. Yeah, I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies. I need to for sure.
They're good. The action is really incredible. Yeah. I think Keanu Reeves is an okay actor.
Yeah, he's very mid,
but he's a great guy, and you can tell he's really passionate about the John Wick series, and he's a great like action
actor. Like star. Yeah,
he's a great action star. But every time he talks in the movie, it's just a little bit funny because it feels a little bit like he's reading off of a script,
just directly. It's like Keanu right here. Look at it.
Yeah, like I don't know if I've ever seen a movie with Keanu Reeves where I'm like, wow, he's doing a really great job at acting.
Yeah.
But aside from that, it's but luckily he only says like 270 words in the whole movie, something like that. So he doesn't talk much. It's really action heavy.
Yeah.
And there is a particular scene in this movie that feels like it's out of a video game.
Really?
It feels like I don't want to spoil it, but
is it on stairs or like an escalator?
No, it's not on stairs.
Okay.
But I do know what people are talking about with that one.
Okay, that's one I've heard. So
this one's like a top down, like a top down game, kind of like oh my god, I can't think of a game like Ape Out maybe like Serial Cleaner. Games like
it's from the top down's perspective.
Yeah, like a Halo Spartan Assault.
Okay.
Kind of like that. Yeah, it kind of like it's in a house, it's in a building, and it pans up over the ceiling, and it kind of like follows him around room to room, and
that's cool.
Ripping and tearing. It's awesome. I was floored watching that scene. It was so cool.
Sweet.
But yeah. Sorry, Mario movie. Very excited.
Yeah, John Wick and Mario, hand in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've heard the previews have been really good. So, yeah, I'm excited to see it for sure. Nick, let's talk about this little game called Zelda, and just a very random 10 minutes we got of it.
Oh, it was so random,
dude. It really felt like marketing was like, all right, you have to put something out.
Like, please let us just film you playing.
Yes,
for,
it's like
for
you
20 minutes, and we'll cut it down and everything. But okay, yeah. So let's go over it. So the four abilities are what's it called? Reversal?
Recall. Yep. That's the one we've already seen where you can go back. You can the following like boulder or whatever was falling down, and you can have it go back up. So that was super cool to see that.
Yeah, basically sending it back in time. So it's going to be used for traversal. You can use it in combat, which we've seen as well. And probably like the least exciting of the 4 abilities.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
but very,
still really
very
cool.
useful. Yeah. I mean, they're all really cool abilities.
Yeah. You gotta pick which one is the coolest, right? But so one's got to be the weakest. But yeah, it's still really cool.
Yeah, that one's got a lot of utility.
Yeah.
Fuse is like that's the game changer, the literal game changer
that's the weapon one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess both of those are game changers, but
yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, just the endless combinations that you can do. Like, I was hoping in the demo, like he pulled the leaf out, like the leaf air, and I was like, well, what does that do? And then he swapped to the keys, and then we finally got confirmation that that's the homing arrow, which I mean makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I think
good.
I think the leaf one would just blow someone away.
Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, it makes it like. It makes like all the monster items you can pick up, it makes them make more sense instead of just using them in what was it just used in recipes before? What else were the monster parts used for? Could you craft other stuff? I couldn't quite remember. It's been a while since I played it.
See, I thought you couldn't use monster parts in recipes.
You used it for something, right?
In food recipes, at least.
Maybe not food. Do you use it for like potions and stuff?
Yeah, maybe for.
You used it for something. I just can't remember exactly what it was.
Maybe that's not a good thing that we couldn't remember.
Yeah,
what we used it for.
So yeah, we've actually got a good use for like every little thing. So like we said before, like. With the zeitgeist and how Elden Ring was, and even like RE4, like I've seen a ton of RE4 stuff with all the skipping and stuff. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna dominate, like, assuming TikTok's gonna be around. This is gonna dominate, TikTok and Twitter and YouTube for like months to come. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see it.
If Breath of the Wild was the hey, I wonder if I can go here, type of game, then this is gonna be the hey, I wonder if I could do this.
Yeah.
Like I wonder if I can fuse these 2 weapons together. Wonder if I can put something on this arrow and shoot it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be so fun, just spending so much time trying out different stuff.
Yeah, like putting a stick and fusing it with a pitchfork and making a really long pitchfork, like that's super awesome.
And it seems like it kind of like seemed in the trailer that you could fuse another weapon onto an already fused weapon. I
was going to ask that, like what was there a limitation? Like, is it 2 or if it's just like an endless, like, yeah, like there's got to be a limitation. Like
I mean, there has to be. You can't put 10 sticks together.
But what if you could?
What if you could?
This is why it took 6 years for them to make. They were literally just building the crafting system.
Honestly. That's probably what it was.
Yeah. I'm sure there's got to be a limitation. Whether it's, I feel like I don't know. I feel like 2 is fine, but maybe 3. I don't know. Like I want like a dual pitchfork like lightsaber thing where you can, I don't know.
Oh, that'd be sick. Yeah, can you fuse 2 of the same item together?
I'm sure you could. I bet you could. Yeah,
these
it's
are the
crazy.
Questions that I want to know. Like these are
these are the questions that we want to know, and we don't even know if we're even going to get those answers until we have it in our hands. Right. So recall, fuse. What's the other 2?
What was it called? Arm.
Ultra Hand. Ultra Hand is the one where you fuse make vehicles, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's the swimming one where you swim through water, like swim through the terrain? Ascend. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Ultra Hand looks awesome.
Yeah, that one's like, yeah.
That's another game changer that's gonna lead to some very, very cool and interesting ideas.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a combination of, like you said, can I do this and can I go there? And the answer is yes.
Yeah, people are going to do some wild stuff. Like, I'm going to travel across the map using only blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And they're going to do it. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Just, like, I'm almost hoping that like there's some sort of air combat, or like,
mm-hmm.
I don't know, you run into bokoblins that are controlling their own hovercraft or something like that, and you have to like jump off of your hovercraft onto theirs and board theirs. I don't know. There's like a ton of different scenarios I could play out with this.
Well, it looks like the Zonai was confirmed with fighting that little Zonai creature. So it looks like they can probably use fuse and stuff as well. I wonder if like you said, like the Boblikins and stuff, if they can make their own stuff. Because I mean that could be kind of crazy. Like you come across them building something and then they like launch a catapult or something at you.
Right.
Yeah, the possibilities are going to be endless. This game is going to be insane.
There's not going to be a single playthrough for anybody that's the same.
Yeah, and people are still like dogging on it, like, oh, it's just DLC. Like this is what they're working on. Like this, like there were so many like game developers like on Twitter saying like, yeah, Nintendo just showed us all up.
Yeah,
they
like, make crafting cool.
Yeah, because they make crafting cool, and they did what people just don't have the time or like resources to do, and Nintendo did it, and it's probably going to be the best like crafting system ever. Like, I mean,
yeah,
look at something like The Last of Us. Like, yeah, it's a crafting system, but you can only do one or two things. Resident Evil, you can only do one or two things. Like it's a crafting system, but and I never had a problem with that in the past, but now that we're getting this, I'm like, all right, yeah, all of that is just garbage. Like, what even is that?
It's like, what? I have to go into a menu to combine these? It's so archaic. Like, yeah, like it's streamlining crafting in such a cool way. Like it makes it fun because the result is immediate. You don't have to stop what you're doing, go into a menu, find the items that you want to combine, and then combine them. You just do it right there.
Yeah, and
it's not realistic. You know, it's silly. It's stupid. You're shrinking down a giant boulder and putting it on a stick. Like,
that's awesome.
And that's fun, man. That's what makes it super fun. It's like, it's not realistic.
No,
it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's dumb, but it's
dumb.
It's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun, and I can't wait to.
Yeah.
So, do you think? I mean, there's been some rumors and stuff about like next week we're getting a full on Zelda Direct, specifically the 12th, the month before this game. Do you think that's even a remote possibility, or do you think this is it? Because this if there's a Direct coming up, this kind of felt just really random. Like they were just like, all right, we have to get something out right now. People are pissed. They want to see something. Please play this game for 10 minutes. Like you said, we'll cut it, all that stuff. But with this already happened, like I just don't see a need for a full on Direct. But also, like, I don't know. I feel like we should know more about the story. We should know the limitations to the fusing ability and stuff like that. So, I mean, I feel like there's so much more that they can show off, but I don't know. The marketing has just been so weird with this game.
I don't know. I think that was like the kickoff for the start of their marketing cycle.
Okay.
And I think they're gonna have a Direct because what they showed, like, it showed mechanics, like it showed like new mechanics that are seemingly like replacing all the old abilities.
Mm.
But again, like they haven't shown anything about the story. They haven't really shown what's changed in the world aside from the Sky Islands, and you know, granted, those are large portions of the game.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need one more final trailer and maybe another deep dive into the game.
Yeah, I mean, because just looking at when Link was on the ground, like it looks pretty similar to Breath of the Wild as far as the landscape goes and the grass and kind of the fidelity. Which, I mean, it'll look way different once you get your hands on it. It's gonna look better than a YouTube stream or a YouTube video, but yeah.
Also, did you notice when Link locks on, or when you lock onto an enemy? I don't know if they did this in Breath of the Wild, but it looks so much better because it focuses in on that enemy that you're locking onto, and it kind of like blurs everything behind it. I don't know if you noticed that.
No, I didn't notice
really
it.
Good.
I'll have to go back and look at that. No, I didn't see that before.
Yeah. So it looked like it ran a lot better as well.
Yeah. And that's, I don't know. Stable. I posted that TikTok whatever about about Breath of the Wild and comparing it to Pokemon, and most people were like in agreement, but then some were like, no, like we need a new Switch. And I was like, of course, I want a new Switch. Like I would love to play Zelda on a more powerful system, but I was like, I'm just specifically comparing this to Pokemon, and Zelda, it just from what we've seen, just looks way better than how Pokemon it runs, and that's kind of a fact. And people don't understand that Breath of the Wild was a Wii U game ported to the Switch, so this is the first time we're really getting Zelda on the Switch, and
that's like fully utilizing
fully utilizing what the Switch can do. And granted, it's like 2015 tech when it was developed, so yeah, it's really old, but Nintendo are freaking wizards, man. When it comes to their first party stuff.
I mean, Breath of the Wild was developed on what, 2010 tech? When you think about it.
Oh yeah, with the Wii U, yeah. So
I'm not worried.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. I think people just are so dumb. Like they just have to troll.
Once we saw Link fall from the Sky Islands down to the surface with no loading screens, no hitching, no like real pop in either, or no noticeable pop in. I was sold.
I had someone on my analysis video that I did on YouTube. I had somebody comment and say that it runs like a phone game, and I'm like, yeah, phones can technically be more powerful, I guess, but also phones just don't play games. And I was like, what? I was like, show me an open world game that can seamlessly drop you from the sky into the ground with no loading or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like maybe
are there any games
like GTA, but I feel like there's still loading in that. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that one has some extreme.
Pop in. So I don't know.
I can't think of any other games that do that.
Yeah,
even on current gen.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there will be some pop in, of course, but from what we saw, I mean, it looks. Yeah, the fact that there's no loading at all, just a nice, just pure transition from the sky to the ground is really cool. So
I'm gonna jump off so many islands.
Oh yeah,
I'm just gonna freaking jump off, dude.
I can't wait for the first one. That's like the Kratos video of him jumping off, and it's got the music in the background. It's gonna be a Link doing the same thing. Run from it. Well, how does it go? I don't know. Anyways, it's gonna be a great time. Any other thoughts on Zelda? Wait, we got the OLED confirmation. We got that.
Yes, yeah. Finally, people keep going to that TikTok and saving it and commenting it.
Yeah, I posted on it. I was like, all right, it's real, guys. Chill out.
Yeah, no longer any need for speculation here.
No. And then we got the really cool the Pro controller, which I didn't think that I even wanted until WarioWare. I think you posted. I was like, oh, let me look, and I was like, all right. It's like, all right, you're in line now, and I was like, okay. I was like, if I get through, I'll get it. And then I got through, and I was like, all right, yeah, and I got it.
It was surprisingly easy to get.
Yeah, and the OLED I think is still up for pre-order in most websites. Yeah. So, and I saw that scalpers. I saw the scalpers were already trying to get it and reselling it for more. I was like, why are y'all doing that? When people can still just pre-order. Y'all are absolutely ridiculous.
Luck, losers.
Yeah, good luck. Just waiting on that collector's edition, and then I'm good.
Yeah, I downloaded this app to track it. It's called Hot Stock.
Okay.
And it notifies you whenever it goes live on Best Buy or Target or Walmart, and it keeps going up for 1 minute.
Really? Okay.
And I'll try to get in, and it'll be sold out. But sometimes I'll click it immediately when it shows up, and I still
can't get in.
Still lose out. So
yeah, I just check randomly throughout the day.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing, but no luck so far. If I happen to, because is it one per purchase? Probably.
I think so.
Okay. So I'll say if I happen to get in there, I'll just buy two, and just send it to you or whatever. But yeah, and then there's the case that got announced, which I mean it's cool, but I'm good on that.
I already got a case.
Yeah, I've got like 3 or 4 cases at this point. Yeah, but the OLED looks cool. I think it looks a lot better like once we got like the actual like full view of like the crisp like views of it. So it looks a lot better. I thought about it for like 2 seconds and then I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I have 3 switches.
Yeah.
Unless I traded in my OLED, but
well, that's what I was telling. I was like, well, what if I trade in my OLED, or what if I trade in the old like the other Switch that's out there and then get it? And I was like, no. I was like, I really don't like. I was like, I don't want to trade in systems anymore. I just want to keep them, even if I got like multiple ones. But I kind of wish they would have done like a couple more amiibo. I'm a sucker for
right?
amiibo. Like
we just have one, right?
Yeah, just one.
It's so strange.
I know that, and they've been putting up the other ones up for pre-order and stuff on like Best Buy and Target. But yeah, I kind of wish they would have had a new one or more than just one.
Like a new Zelda.
Yeah, a new Zelda or like a Zonai figurine. Yeah.
I think she's dead.
A proper Ganondorf one. I don't know.
They would probably do that after the last trailer. If that was early enough, they would be like, if they showed off, full Ganondorf.
Yeah.
And then showed off the Zelda.
Do you think if they have a direct next week, do you think they were like, hey, here's like some more amiibo? Do you think they would actually do that?
I mean, I don't think they. I'd hope they would.
Yeah.
But I mean, considering we haven't seen Ganondorf in its full form, I don't think they'd like. Also, here's an amiibo of the person you just saw.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So Zelda Direct next week, yes or no?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna say yes, just so I can put it out there in the universe, so it'll give us good luck.
Put out the good energy.
Put out the positive vibes.
Yeah, positive vibes, dude.
Moving on here, we've got confirmation that E3 has been officially canceled this year, which I think that's probably it for E3.
That's it.
I think what was it in late? It was late November or early December that they announced that ReedPop was taking over. So I feel like that was just way too late to have them take over. Because I feel like with most events, you're already planning the next one as soon as the other one ends, if not before. Yeah. So to give them 5 months or whatever to get this thing together, get all the companies to go in on it, I think they were just kind of destined to fail. Like they set them up to fail, and maybe that they can use that as a cop out, for why they didn't do it this year, and then they can return full swing in next year. But I think it's probably it.
I don't want another empty promise, because they canceled last year and then they said, 2023 is a lock.
Yeah.
And then of course you have the big 3 that haven't attended E3 in a while.
Yeah.
PlayStation's been out for years and years. Xbox has kind of been out for a while, and then Nintendo, they could do with or without E3. They just do their own thing.
Yeah. Once Ubisoft announced that they weren't going to be a part of it, I was like, there's something else going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So, but
they do have an event, right?
They do, they've got their Forward Direct or whatever.
Ubisoft Forward. It's like an E3 week.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're and that's what we always wanted anyways, is the big presentations. But, I think there's still value in having people going in and playing games and indie games and stuff like that. But, maybe something like Gamescom can kind of take up the mantle on that and maybe make that even bigger. Because Gamescom's kind of already felt like the new E3 anyways. But, and then Jeff Keighley's got his thing in the summer. So we've got a lot of events that we can look forward to. But, yeah, E3, it still kind of hurts, though. Because, that was just such a great time in the summer. Like, that was like the initiation of summer for a lot of people.
It really was.
Just like 4 days of like presentations, and then getting to see all the treehouse stuff and all the gameplay videos for what you wanted to watch. So, yeah, bummer.
It was such an exciting time, and back in the day when both of us weren't online as much.
Yeah.
like that's where you got a lot of the gaming news.
Yeah.
Was that at E3?
Yeah, just watching like G4 TV back in the day, and they had E3, like having video games like on the TV, like main TV was awesome. And then
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a shame. Like I'm not happy that it's gone, but I could definitely see. I mean, the last few years have definitely indicated that it was dying, if not dead. Right. We'll wrap up the next two here quickly. Did you watch the Jedi gameplay?
Yeah, it looks really good. I'm glad they kind of kept all of Cal's powers from the first game and then just expanded on them.
Yeah,
and added new powers essentially.
Yeah, I don't know if they could have gotten away with Metroiding it for someone who had like your abilities are like inside of you. Like that's how, you know what I mean? It's
right.
I mean, they could have for sure, and I thought that's how they would do. But yeah, I'm glad that they did not do that. That's pretty cool.
It seems like they're taking the approach of Ori 2. You know how that game, like, either you got your initial powers early on in the second game, or you already had them and you just got new powers. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah,
but that one did kind of that progression really well for a Metroidvania.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I can't wait.
This game looks really good.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, they've got like the little hub area now where you can like recruit people, and you could do like gardening and stuff, and it's like a little town that you can kind of build up. All the different stances look super cool. Yeah, I'm ready. This game comes out. Is it this month?
Yeah, it's April.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. It's gonna be tough because like I think it's the end of April that it comes out.
Oh man, and
anything near the end of April is gonna be tough because that means it's close to May 12th.
Yeah, I kind of almost feel like I would want to take a break from like single player stuff, just so I can get ready for Zelda. But you know, the Redfall comes out, so I don't know if I'm gonna play that or not. I'll probably like check it out, but
yeah, I'll play that one when I'm back from
April 29th is when it comes out.
April 20. That's it's close.
It says Jedi Survivor will be coming to Xbox Game Pass at an unconfirmed date.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, because it'll eventually be a part of EA.
Yeah.
EA Play.
Well, maybe if they announce that and it's like the following month or something. I don't know. I really want to play it day one, but yeah. I mean, I could probably finish it, but I also don't want to feel like I have to rush through it to get.
Yeah. I might end up picking up Advance Wars.
Oh, you gotta pick up Advance Wars?
I might, yeah. Might use one of my vouchers.
Yeah.
Nintendo vouchers. I use one of them on Zelda, so I have a digital copy.
You got a digital copy? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, let's go into the last story here. PlayStation VR 2 is off to a slow start. This is coming from a report from Bloomberg. They said they've sold through 270,000 units, which is still a lot of units.
That's a pretty good number.
But I think remember a couple months ago we had mentioned that Sony was looking to produce 2 million and have them sold by the end of March, but I believe they cut back to 1 million.
Was that by the end of March or the end of the year?
I think it was by the end of March, the end of the fiscal year.
Oh, okay.
This is coming from a research firm from IDC. Vice President of Data and Analytics at IDC, Francisco, I'm going to butcher this, Geronimo, told Bloomberg that Sony would need to cut the price of the PSVR 2 to stop its launch being a complete disaster. The headset, which is already at $549, needs to come down according to this person. So, yeah, I mean, you know, history shows that, you know, Sony, when they made the original one, they didn't really keep up with it. They didn't make a ton of like great games, in my opinion. Granted, I didn't have one, but they just didn't make a ton of like compelling games. And although, you know, it sold like 5 or 6% of like 5 or 6 million units, it sold relatively well, obviously enough for them to make a 2. I think it's just a a wrong time to put something that's so expensive out there. For something that's $550, you already have to buy a PS5 that's $400 or $500. So you're already looking for $1,000 just about for the two, a little bit over. And we're in a market that people are struggling. Like, people are still struggling from the effects of COVID. Products, food, everything is just so high right now. Like, insurance is high. Like, everything is just crazy high. So to put out something that expensive where you can't just buy standalone, like, I thought it would make more sense if they also allowed this to be on PC as well. Yeah. I think, and maybe they'll do that. I don't know, but with their PC strategy, I thought that's what something that they would consider, but I don't know. Maybe they wanted an incentive for the people that already had a PS5. Like, hey, you got a PS5, you're able to snag one. If you give us $550 more, you can get a limited batch of games for this thing. But yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Way too expensive. Yeah, you're right. It launched at the wrong time because people are just now getting their hands on a PS5. They're just now widely available. So you can't expect people to purchase a PS5 and then turn around and get a PSVR 2. Like, that doesn't really like, that logic doesn't really make sense. So they should have launched it later in this year, later next year, something like that.
Mm.
But I guess they wanted to capitalize on all of the metaverse stuff that's going on right now that it's ultimately failed.
Yeah, I mean, they just had their price drop on their Meta devices.
Well, no, it went up.
Well, I think they cut back on a couple of them. Like, not too long ago, they dropped the price again.
So it went from 300 to 400.
Yeah, I think they cut back the more expensive one. I think they dropped the price of the Pro, and I think they dropped the price of like the higher gigabyte capacity one. I think they dropped that by $50. Yeah. I could be wrong, but I thought that's what I heard or saw.
I mean, looking at it right now, I can get one for $350.
Okay, so yeah, maybe they did then. So yeah, I just think like VR is already pretty niche,
super niche,
and on to be like to be honest, I mean it's been a jam-packed year so far with all these really great games. You know, between like Fire Emblem and Dead Space and Resident Evil 4 and Star Wars coming out, like there's been a lot of really good games that people are spending their money on, and what Dead Space was 70. I think that's only 71. Forspoken, I guess if you want to throw that in there.
That was a game.
That was apparently cost them like $100 million to make. And I'm like, wow. How did that? What are y'all doing? Anyways, I don't want to trash on Forspoken too much, but yeah, I think just wrong time. I think maybe if you launched it in the summer, or maybe even the fall, I don't know, when people are looking for Christmas presents and stuff, maybe that's a better time. But yeah, I haven't seen any like on the store shelves. I also haven't been to like Walmart and Best Buy here recently, so I wonder if there's like a bunch on the shelves. But
yeah, I haven't even seen people talk about it.
Yeah,
aside from reviewers when it launched.
Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't heard anything since it launched. Like I heard Horizon was okay. It was a comparable, VR experience that didn't really, shatter the VR space. I think Half-Life did more for VR than something like that did, but
and that was really the only like truly exclusive game, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a bad lineup right there. Like
yeah.
If 95% of your launch lineup is also available on the Quest.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, not great.
I'm sure there are some exclusives that we're just not thinking about, but they're probably just smaller titles. But yeah, I never had faith in this thing to begin with, and I don't want to see something. I don't want to see a product die or nothing. I'm not saying that, but yeah, just that when they announced that price, when Meta increased their price, I'm like, yeah. I was like, yeah, the VR is gonna be like $500 or $600 at least, and $550. So
such a tough sell. It's such an inconvenient product too.
Yeah, and
Like,
I mean, if you compare it to if you compare it to the Meta, to the Meta Quest, you know, that one's completely hands free, versus this one still needs granted it's one cable, but you know,
still something, you know.
$200 less, I would just opt for a Quest and go from there. But
sorry, I think I cut out.
I think you're good.
1 second.
So, any last thoughts on the VR2?
No, I mean, we don't really know what's on the horizon for this thing in terms of games. I know that Resident Evil 4 remake is coming to the VR PSVR 2,
mm-hmm.
even though we have the OG Resident Evil 4 in VR. It's just going to be kind of weird.
That is weird. I feel like they should have launched with that thing, but
yeah,
I mean that may not be their, you know, it's Capcom, so they just probably need more time. But
and I guess you have Village, Resident Evil.
Yeah, Village is on there. VR.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap up the show this week. We appreciate everyone that's been listening. Nick, where can they follow us on our social stuff?
On Twitter, you can follow us at GamingWTBros. Over on Instagram and TikTok, you can follow us at GamingWithTheBrosCast. And if you want to email us any questions, you can email us at gamingwiththebros@yahoo.com. Harrison, my last question for you.
Yeah.
Have you finished Metroid Prime?
I have not. I need to finish it. I really think I don't like traversing the open world, like the world, as much as I thought I did. I really feel like the save points should be a fast travel system, or at least have some sort of fast travel system in the game that you can access for like the main hub or the main area. Okay. And I think going back and get those artifacts have kind of killed it for me. But I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna do it after I finish RE4.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
Yeah, please. But it's great otherwise. Like, I really like it, but I think Dread just kind of spoiled everything for me for how good that game was. Because I do want to play Fusion, but I couldn't bear to start Fusion without finishing Prime. So, but yeah. I'll get it done, man. I'll get it done. I still got to beat Fire Emblem. Still got to beat.
That's true.
Still got to beat.
Hi-Fi
Rush. So,
also, last minute news: Pokemon Stadium coming to Switch April 12th.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Well, I've got the expansion pack, so I'll certainly try it out.
Yeah, you're in there.
I'm in there. Yeah, they got me. They certainly got me. All right, guys. We'll be back next week with Mario impressions. You know, more direct speculation. Will the tingles be aflowing this weekend? We don't know. Probably so.
We'll be able to tell you on Monday if they're really tingling.
Yeah, because I mean, what next? Was it next Tuesday? When's the 12th? The 12th is on a Wednesday. Okay.
So it get announced Tuesday.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see how the tingles are going over the weekend, and we'll certainly let you guys know on the podcast next Monday. All right, guys. All right. We'll see y'all next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye.